Some trust in chariots, and some in horses, but we will remember the name of the Lord our God. They are brought down and fallen, but we are risen and stand upright. Save, Lord, let the King hear us when we call. Hello, everyone. I have something, we're going to watch a launch, but it's not for a few minutes yet. And so I was going to show you some images on your screen. Maybe I'll just read you the verses from that one. Because I was trying to do this. This is what I was actually trying to do. Was get you the SpaceX screen so you guys knew. We got 20 minutes left till they do their launch. And actually it'll probably be like another more than a half hour. But, excuse me. Excuse me. In the description of this video, if I can, actually I don't even know how to get there. I said something. I wish I remembered what it was. But I said I was going to show you. Let me just see something here. I'm trying something that I've never tried, so. Ah, yes, okay. Starlink number 19. A preview into what will make the sky roll back like a scroll soon. Plus, I'll show you why I say that. So, now is a good time for me to show you kind of why I say that. Except, I gotta get out of this editing place. Okay, there we go. Let me read you the verses from this video. They'll get us started. Whoops. Wow. Sorry, guys. I'm never prepared. Ever. Okay, the beast that thou sawest was, and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit, and go into perdition. And they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold that the beast that was, and is not, and yet is. And there was more. Actually, we'll go back here. Since I have destined them... Let me turn this down. Sorry, guys. Since I have destined them to be food for the fire of hell, and ceaseless soaring in the air of the underground depths, the contents of a worm's belly. That's from... excuse me. That's from the Apocalypse of Abraham, chapter 85, verses 9 and 10. And then I don't know if I have another one in here or not. Maybe not. Guess not. So, I'm going to play this in the background. And I'm going to read to you. What I read at the beginning was Psalm 20, verses 7 through 9. And right before that, in Psalm 19, I'm just going to read this. Psalm 19. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night uttereth, or showeth knowledge. There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. Their line is gone out through all the earth, and their words to the ends of the world. In them hath he set a tabernacle for the sun, which is as a bridegroom coming out of his chamber, and rejoiceth as a strong man to run a race. His going forth is from the end of the heaven, and his circuit unto the ends of it, and there is nothing hid from the heat thereof. The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple. The statutes of the Lord are right, rejoicing the heart. The commandment of the Lord is pure, enlightening the eyes. The fear of the Lord is clean, enduring forever. The judgments of the Lord are true and righteous altogether. More to be desired are they than gold, yea, than much fine gold, sweeter also than honey and the honeycomb. Moreover, by them is thy servant warned, and in keeping of them there's great reward. Who can understand his errors? Cleanse thou me from secret faults. Keep back thy servant also from presumptuous sins. Let them not have dominion over me. Then shall I be upright, and I shall be innocent from the great transgression. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer. That's a good one. And actually, even in one chapter before that, is another good one. If you guys are in the chat, I guess I don't think that I can even see the chat. It doesn't seem to be working on my... Unless there's only 3 comments in there. That could just be 2. Psalm 18 is pretty cool too. Oh, but actually I was going to get into... Oh, SpaceX, it looks like they're starting their thing. I'm going to turn the music down. I'll get us over to that page. Actually, I'll just leave the music off. There, at least we have our SpaceX webcast ready to go. So, what are they doing? I think I didn't... Yeah, I think I got... Let me pull something up here for you guys about these Starlink satellites. We need to talk about these things just for a minute. If I can find them. Where are they? There they are. Look what it says. Abominations and detestable things. Do you guys know why I would write that? because God sits in his throne above the circle of the earth. What is it, Isaiah 40 that says something like, haven't you known, haven't you heard? It is he that sits upon the... let me read it here. Let me find it. Or maybe it's not in Isaiah. I can't remember. Let me just see if I have it right here. Maybe not. Oh yeah, it's right here. Isaiah 40 verse 21. Have ye not known? Have ye not heard? Hath it not been told to you from the beginning? Have ye not understood from the foundations of the earth? It is he that sitteth upon the circle of the earth, and the inhabitants thereof are as grasshoppers, that stretcheth out the heavens as a curtain, and spreadeth them out as a tent to dwell in. So what that brings... Oh, wait a minute. Let's go down to verse 26. Lift up your eyes on high, and behold who hath created these things, that bringeth out their hosts by number. He calleth them all by names, by the greatness of his might. For that he is strong in power, not one faileth. Verse 28 says, Hast thou not known? Hast thou not heard? That the everlasting God, the Lord, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither weary. There is no searching of his understanding. He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might he increaseth strength. Even the youths shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. So what are these detestable things? Well, they're in the Bible. God showed them to Ezekiel, so we'll look at that really quick. In Ezekiel 7, he was talking about... Well, I'm not going to read the whole... Whoops, that's Isaiah. Sorry, wrong chapter, wrong book, I mean. Whoops. He's talking about at the end. Here's how the chapter starts out. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Also, thou son of man, thus saith the Lord God unto the land of Israel, the end is come upon the four corners of the land. Now is the end come upon thee, and I will send mine anger upon thee, and will judge thee according to thy ways, and will recompense upon thee all thine abominations. And mine eye shall not spare, neither will I have pity, but I will recompense thy ways upon thee, and thine abominations shall be in the midst of thee. And ye shall know that I am the Lord. Do you guys realize that when we put satellites up into the dark sky, do you realize what we're doing? We're defiling God's sanctuary with corruptible things. Just think about that. And he's warning us here in Ezekiel 7. He says his eye's not going to spare, and he won't show any pity, and he'll recompense. Well, I'll read it right here. I will recompense thy ways upon thee, and thine abominations shall be in the midst of thee. And he keeps saying this. Verse 6, an end is come, the end is come. It watches for thee. Behold, it is come. Verse 8, now I will shortly pour out my fury upon thee, and accomplish mine anger upon thee, and I will judge thee according to thy ways, and will recompense thee for all thine abominations. And verse 11, violence is risen up into a rod of wickedness. None of them shall remain, nor of their multitude, nor of any of theirs. Neither shall there be wailing for them. And it goes on like this. In verse 20, it says, as for the beauty of his ornament, he set it in majesty, but they made the images of their abominations and of their detestable things therein. Wow. Therefore have I set it far from them, and I will give it into the hands of the strangers for a prey, and to the wicked of the earth for a spoil, and they shall pollute it. It's on your screen right now, guys. We're watching it. My face will I also turn from them, and they shall pollute my secret place, for the robbers shall enter into it and defile it. There's one spot. So this is their intro, so we'll watch this for a few minutes, and I'm going to look up some other verses. I'm going to grab my book of Jasher.
Good evening. It's Monday, February 15th, and you're looking at a live view of Falcon 9 as it awaits its 10:59 p.m. Eastern Time launch from Pad 40 at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. My name is Jesse Anderson, a lead manufacturing engineer here at SpaceX, joining you from our headquarters in Hawthorne, California. You're watching a live webcast for our 19th Starlink mission and our 5th launch of 2021. If you've been following along, after just a few short weeks, it's already been a very busy year for us here at SpaceX. We've completed our second high-altitude flight test of a Starship prototype and also announced some really exciting news on our progress in human spaceflight. I'll share some of those highlights a bit later in the webcast. If you've been following along Starlink development, then you know that Starlink is a constellation of multiple satellites that orbit the planet at about 550 kilometers and have the potential to service the entire globe. Because Starlink does not rely on traditional ground infrastructure, it is ideally suited for areas of the globe where connectivity has typically been a challenge or non-existent, such as rural or remote communities. Today, more than 18 million Americans live in areas without access to high-speed internet. Yet internet connectivity is now more important than ever, as so many people are working from home or participating in remote schooling. With Starlink, people can get online in a matter of minutes after receiving the kit in the mail. Starlink is now delivering initial beta service for both domestically and internationally, and will continue expansion to near global coverage of the populated world in 2021. If you're interested in service, we recently started taking orders on a first-come, first-served basis. To reserve your spot in line, you can now put down a $99 deposit that's fully refundable. Head over to starlink.com for more information. With our team's go for launch, Falcon 9 started loading propellants at T-minus 35 minutes, and at T-minus 11 minutes, currently all systems are green for an on-time liftoff at 10:59 p.m. Eastern Time. With that, let's take a closer look at the rocket on your screen. What you're looking at on your screen is a live view of Falcon 9. The two-stage rocket stands 70 meters tall, or 229 feet tall, and that's greater than the wingspan of a 747 aircraft. Falcon 9 was designed from the ground up for maximum reliability. Its simple two-stage configuration minimizes the number of separation events, and with 9 first-stage engines, it can safely complete its missions even in the event of an engine shutdown. The first stage is the bottom two-thirds of the vehicle. It has 9 Merlin engines that do the bulk of the work to get Falcon 9 off of the ground and up into the thinner parts of the Earth's atmosphere. At about 2.5 minutes into flight, it will separate from the second stage and make its way back for landing on a drone ship. Of course, I Still Love You, and you can see a view from the drone
Roderick,
ship on your screen.
I put that there.
If successful, today will mark the 6th recovery for this booster.
Okay.
In order to help,
I got a story to read it to you guys. Yeah, I put those there. That was just for a joke. Because, well, I can show you later. I have a... Oh, it's right here. I'll show you right now. He said he saw a he-goat, and it went after a ram. There you go. That's what I think he saw. It was moving across the Earth without touching the ground. Yeah, you get the drift. So in the book of Jasher, you know, they built the same as, I think, Genesis 11, I think. They built the Tower of Babel, right? And God said something very important. He said that nothing would be restrained from them which they imagined to do. Have men imagined a solar system where they can put satellites and things? Yes, they have. But anyway, building this tower, right? Well, I gotta point out the similarity of Nimrod to Elon Musk. He owns SpaceX. So satellites, are they specifically, like, do we get a warning from the book of Jasher about doing this? I think we do. Look what it says in verse 26 of chapter 9 in the book of Jasher. It says, "And all these people and all the families divided themselves in 3 parts." This is when they were building the tower. It says, they divided themselves in 3 parts. The first said, "We will ascend into heaven and fight against him." The second said, "We will ascend into heaven and place our own gods there and serve them." And the third part said, "We will ascend into heaven and smite him with bows and spears." What's on your screen, guys? "And God knew all their works and all their evil thoughts, and he saw the city and the tower which they were building." Okay, so that story, God confounded their languages. Not in this story, though. In this story, it's far worse than that. That was the Tower of Babel. This is the dragon now. Let's listen to see what they're saying right now.
For St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital and send a humanitarian message of possibility.
Oh boy.
The 3 additional crew members, each selected from the general public, will be announced by the end of March. And in fact, if you'd like to be one of the crew members on board this mission, head over to inspiration4.com and donate to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. Everyone who donates has a chance to be selected, so you never know. The next person they announce as a crew member just might be you. Additionally, our customer Axiom Space also recently announced their first.
It better be a flat earther. Speaking of, I gotta look for something.
Axiom has selected Michael
Give me a minute.
Lopez
We'll listen to
Alegria, former NASA astronaut and Axiom vice president, to be spacecraft commander. He will be joined by Eitan Stiba, an impact investor and philanthropist, along with Larry Connor, a real estate and technology entrepreneur, and Mark Pathy, a Canadian investor and philanthropist. This launch is currently targeted for 2022 and will mark the first fully private human spaceflight to station. And the last highlight to share today involves the testing of our newest spacecraft, Starship. On Tuesday, travel. February 2nd, Starship serial number 9, or SN9, completed SpaceX's second high-altitude flight test of a Starship prototype from our site in Cameron County.
Okay, we have breaking news from the launch site. It is Wits It Gets It. So let's listen into what these guys say for a minute. My computer's taking a second. Oh, come on.
There's no launch happening because NASA doesn't actually send anything into space.
Yeah, they do.
They canceled it last night. They're gonna cancel it tonight, guys.
No, they might not cancel it tonight, though.
Yeah, just so you know.
They're gonna launch.
You wanna bet $100? I got $100 in the car.
Dude, chill, dude.
It's not gonna happen.
Nathan doesn't want it to happen. 4 minutes. Should I put it in his chat? I'll put it in his chat.
Obviously me. Obviously
I bet
me.
them $100 that they're not gonna launch the launch.
I'm talking loud enough for them to hear me. They have not received you, and you're literally just like not gonna stop, bro. Like,
Witsit's trying to calm him down. Sorry, guys.
nothing in thermodynamics says space is fake. Okay, the second law of thermodynamics literally falsifies the claim that there's a pressurized system adjacent to a near perfect vacuum. This is because entropy will increase, instantaneous equilibrium will be sought. This happens, for example, whenever you remove the lid of pressurized gas. We have pressurized
Whoops.
to live and survive. They claim there's a pressurized system adjacent to a near perfect vacuum of 10 to the negative 17 torr. Of course, this is impossible without physical containment. Where they claim they're going right now is a literal claim against natural law. Natural law means it always happens. It isn't disputable. It's a
Gotta
natural
say hi
law.
to
It's
Bible
called the second law
literalist.
of thermodynamics. Why don't you go watch, if I'm so stupid for being a flat earther, why are you watching me talk on camera? Why don't you go to SpaceX and watch what they show you with their little bitty like sets where they barely show you anything that never moves? What goes up must crash into the sea. No, that's the Bermuda Triangle. That's why they don't let you go there, because it's dangerous. That's why they don't let you go explore past the 60th south latitude where Antarctica is too, because it's so dangerous the government cares about you.
If only Whitsitt and Nathan would check out Ephesians 6 verse 12 and look into that and understand that there's nobody lying about going to space. They're actually, I'm just gonna get rid of this page for now. I kind of want to keep it open though, because I kind of want to see. I want to see what Nathan says, but I'll probably just watch it after. Maybe we will watch it after. I don't know why my screen is not going back to normal. That's quite odd.
Flight computers have taken over the launch countdown.
There we go.
We'll light the Merlin engines at about T-2 seconds, and we use T-TEB as our ignition fluid. And when it mixes with oxygen, it burns a green-colored flame. We then allow fuel into the thrust chamber, and the engines come up to full power for liftoff at T0. At liftoff, Falcon 9's first stage has thrust greater than 5 747 airplanes at full power, consuming 700 gallons of fuel per second. The Starlink payload continues to be healthy. The Falcon 9 team is tracking no issues on the rocket. Weather is still looking good, and the range is green for launch. And you just heard that call out that stage 2 LOX loading is complete. Now, in a few seconds from now that LOX loading is complete, we will clear out that LOX line on the transporter erector, so you will see some venting here.
Ground gas closeouts have started.
And there you can see the venting on your screen. And at T-1 minute, coming up in about 15 seconds, Falcon 9 will be in startup, and the first and second stages will begin to pressurize for launch.
I guess we'll go,
Falcon 9's in startup.
I'll pop
There's that call out.
Nathan.
Falcon 9 is in startup. Now we're waiting for the final go for launch in a few seconds here.
I jumped the gun a little bit. 40 seconds.
Falcon, Starlink, LDs go for launch.
All right, here we go.
And there is that call out that we are go for launch. So at T-minus 30 seconds. At T-minus 30 seconds, all systems are go for launch. So let's listen into the terminal count and watch as Falcon 9 takes our stack of Starlink satellites into orbit.
T-minus 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition and liftoff.
Stage 1 chamber pressures are nominal.
Vehicle is pitching downrange.
I'm watching these other guys because maybe they're not looking the right direction or something. Let's hear what they're saying.
Three-body gravitational relationship, so is it 2021 or am I tripping?
Flight, Falcon 9 has successfully lifted
They can't even
off
do it in math yet.
from
Math is
Space
literally...
Launch Complex 40 at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station, carrying our stack of Starlink satellites
funny.
to orbit. Now we are throttling down that first stage in preparation for Max Q. Max Q stands for And there's that call out for max Q. This is the largest structural load that the vehicle sees. Now, coming up in about a minute, we'll have 3 events happening within seconds of each other. That'll be main engine cutoff, or MECO, stage separation, and SES1, or second engine start 1. Now, MECO is where all 9 of the M1D engines shut down, and that slows the vehicle down in preparation.
Vehicle is following a nominal trajectory.
That slows the vehicle down in preparation for the second event, stage separation.
MVAC engine chill has begun.
And stage separation is where the first stage separates from the second stage.
And they believe that they don't come back down, that they continue to free fall around a ball. There we go.
Wow. Come on now. That's a balloon, guys.
Yeah, of course.
Real rockets go up like 1,000 miles an hour.
It's not a balloon, Nathan. Just wait till the
Wow,
sound.
dude.
What? Are you joking?
Wait till
Wow.
the sound gets to these
Are
guys.
you honestly thinking that close to space?
Just wait.
It's literally a balloon being propelled in the air.
Like how boring.
Wow, dude.
Wow. Watch it start to turn off.
Wait for the sound.
Because they're parabolic. They don't go straight up. They don't go into space. You're all being lied to and your money's being stolen, and they're telling you to wear a face mask for something that can't protect you from something that doesn't exist.
They're pretty far away from it.
Up in the ocean. Look, it's tilted.
Guys, do y'all really think this is about to go to where we're spinning 66,600 miles per hour around the sun in a near perfect vacuum?
It's barely gonna leave the freaking.
Oh my gosh. NASA buys more helium than everyone else in the world. 95% of the world's helium supply is bought by NASA. Yeah, we have to tell you the truth because you're worshiping stuff in the sky the government's stealing money to do.
We're here to tell you the.
They're lying to children. If you want to be ignorant, that's cool, but
Yeah, I'm sorry you think that goes into space. That's a joke. Look at it. It's turning off in the ocean. You know what the Bermuda Triangle is?
Nathan's going off.
wow, that was funny.
Wow, that was good. You ever tested Earth?
They're really far away from the launch.
We've
you
tested it
guys.
for 5 years.
Look at that. Look at it burn out.
I've made bets and I've owned up to my bets. Where's the $100?
You want to make a bet? I bet you haven't tested.
Where I got a question for Nathan and Whitsitt. What are all those lights in the sky that have been up there since May of 2019? If Starlink isn't what they are they then? Because there's like 1,000 extra lights up there that are trackable since they started launching Starlink. Just so you know. So then this second one will go for a while. Let's go back to Nathan. I want to hear. He's entertaining for sure. Whoops, wrong page.
Look at it. It's going sideways.
It's supposed to go sideways.
What about the curvature of the Earth? I've been researching for it for 5 years.
Up. Choking, right? It's not even going up.
They didn't even hear
Look at
it.
that. You think that's about to go 252 miles in the air?
You think that's going to orbit the Earth for the next 20 years? Guys, seriously. Seriously. You gotta wake up. This body of water right here.
Oh, it hurts. It hurts to hear these guys. That's where I differ from Nathan and Whitsitt. It's not like I don't like them guys or something. No, it's just that, first of all, they're not at Kennedy Space Center. They're really far from where the rocket launched. Very far. Because they didn't even hear it. So that's one thing. So that's, I thought they were gonna have they were gonna experience the shake and rumble. Ooh, here we go.
I will.
We are going to. You're live on YouTube right now.
Look at this guy. Don't try
Don't touch him, please.
That's a
Don't get too close.
Don't worry. You guys are yelling at us.
You're literally verbally assaulting someone because.
You came and assaulted us.
Calm down. We didn't talk about religion or politics.
relax.
We're just trying to tell you that they're stealing $60 million a day.
Okay, we made your
Yeah.
point. Move on.
What? You're not my
Okay, what's up, bro?
Can you
You're not
explain
the
how you
boss
can
of
see
me,
the
bro.
curvature of
You
the Earth
lose
at
on.
36,000 feet in the air when you're flying in a cruise aircraft?
Oh yeah, that's crazy, bro. Because I know over 100 pilots. I used to work at an airport, and they all say that that's not true. But it's better than that. I've been on a plane myself.
I've seen it
Over.
personally.
No, you have not. But let me
The
give you.
curve
Do you
from
wait?
an airplane?
Wait,
You've
yeah.
seen the curve
Yeah,
from an
but he.
airplane? Awesome.
We better keep it on this channel because we'll need it for evidence for when Nathan needs to get out of jail. No, I'm just kidding. I'll tell you what. This is where a lot of people are deceived. A lot of people that think that they're not deceived are allowing themselves to be deceived. Because there are rockets that launch into the sky like they just watched. And it isn't, let's see here. Oh, did their booster land? Should be about right now. Let's just see.
Stage 2 is still looking nominal.
See, because they launch stuff into the sky, it doesn't mean that there's an orbit.
Just under 30 seconds away from the landing burn beginning on the first stage.
Landing burn? What does that mean? That means there's fire coming down from the sky, right? That is in the Bible. Revelation 13, verse 13. And he doeth great wonders. Here, let me see if I can put one up on the
We
screen.
are attempting to land on Of Course I Still Love You
It looks like
for the
this.
sixth time for this booster.
It looks
Got a
like
live
that.
view from the drone ship on your left-hand side.
Let's go back to the live view. Oh, them birds are going to get torched. Them birds are going to get
We
torched.
did get a little bright glow.
Yeah, those birds will be
I
gone.
no longer see a flame there.
Ooh, they might have lost it. Who knows? Because those birds will hightail it out of
Right-hand
there.
Screen stage 2 is still looking nominal.
Stage 2, FTS is saved.
I don't know if they
And
get
it
that.
does look like we did not land
They
our
lost
booster
it.
on Of Course I Still Love You tonight.
Oh,
It is unfortunate that we did not recover this booster, but our second stage
think I saw a
is
flash.
still on a nominal trajectory. And there's that call
I'll
out
show
for
ya.
Seco, as I mentioned earlier. That is second engine cutoff 1. Again, we are doing 2 burns for this MVAC engine.
watch in the top right
For this
corner
booster.
when they switch to the camera. Look at the left side of the screen. See the top right corner?
Got
See
a live
that?
view from the drone ship on
flashing?
your left-hand side.
See that? That was it going through the clouds probably or something. But either way, they lost it, which is not very common.
We did get a little bright glow, but no longer see a flame there.
Thanks, SpaceX. You're littering our sky. They haven't let go of the satellites yet. But yeah, this is what it looks like when the booster comes back down. I wonder if Nathan and those guys are going to watch that. Well, it's out at sea, so they'd just think it's just a parabolic trajectory. Where did that go? There they are. Let's check up on these guys.
So that's over the supposed distance to the moon, right? So that means that their dimensions that they told us the Earth is so incredibly wrong. I'm not going to blindly believe them about anything after that. You can't send a rocket to space without the accurate radius value. It's called a radius of orbit. It's your distance from the ship to the surface, then to the core. This is how you get your gravitational orbit, right? So
Yeah, so anyway, I'm going to end the stream because I'm going to go watch these guys. Let's see here. So yeah, go over to, if you guys want to, Wits It Gets It. Tell you what, I'll put a link in the chat just for fun. If you guys want to go, I'm going to go over there and just listen to what they're saying. There's the link. I think I put it in the right spot. Yeah, I did. Alright guys, thanks for hanging out. Sorry I didn't hang out with the chat very much. Good to see all of you. Good to see all of you. I'm doing a video, and it might be live, I'm not sure. But I'm doing a video about the firmament, and I'm going to get a little more specific about what the firmament is according to the scriptures. It is hard, like a molten looking glass, but it's definitely not made of glass. It's not made of very much, but it doesn't need to be, because there is two worlds. One is spinning at super crazy speeds, and one is not. So that's how it becomes hard. But look for that video. I think I'm going to name it something like Re-Entry. So hot right now. Something like that. Because a lot of people, every day I hear in my comments section somewhere, oh no, nobody could get through the firmament. And unfortunately, that's not what it says in the Bible. At the end, there's 42 months where they do. And they tread it underfoot. Bronwyn, the link, I will put it in there again right now. For Wits It Gets It's video. Make sure you subscribe to his channel over there too. Those guys are out flat smacking the USA. It's called Clown World Tour. It's pretty cool. So, alright guys, thank you, and we'll talk to you soon.